Does God have a best friend? Yeah, I mean, how can he not? He's fully human, fully divine, but fully human, right? The human experience, we desire intimacy. We all desire, we naturally link up with someone, right? And we have a best friend, right? If we're lucky, it's a good friendship. If we're lucky, it's someone we connect with well, who has similar interests, similar ways of thinking, similar vibes. Or if we're lucky, we have that in our marriage with our helpmeet, with our well-matched helper, and it's really wonderful and beautiful. Not everybody's so lucky, but Yeshua lived on the earth for over 3 decades. He was building a ministry team for 3 years, but not just a ministry team. I mean, they spent tons of time together. They did all these things together. They lived life together. You know, we say that, like, we want to do life with each other. I don't know if you've heard people say that, but it was not the same. It was not the same as traveling around, camping in tents, and really, really living life together 24/7 for years. Of course, there was times when Yeshua went off to pray and da-da-da-da-da, but they spent so much time together for several years. And yeah, 3 years, that's not a lot of time, but it is when you're spending basically every day together. And I can't imagine Yeshua not considering James, John, and Peter his best friends, and considering the rest of the 12-ish his close friends, and then the 70 and others, right? Miriam, Mary, like, and these other people that we hear about. I can't imagine Yeshua not considering them his close friends. So I think it's a beautiful thing that Yeshua is human and that we understand his humanity more and parse out these very plausible, very likely realities that aren't so explicitly communicated through the text. So I think Yeshua and John's relationship, I mean, it was particularly intimate, right? You hear about John laying his head on Yeshua's chest during Pesach, right? When they're lounging in this quiet, beautiful ritual, right? Remembering the Exodus and Yeshua bringing his revelation into it of his body and his blood. And I can't imagine John not hearing Yeshua's heartbeat as he lay on his chest. And that is just amazing to me. Think about this. John literally heard the literal heartbeat of God, the physical, literal heartbeat of God, Yeshua the Messiah. Now that's intimacy, right? I don't know if I've ever heard the heartbeat of another man, to be honest with you. That's like a different level of intimacy that's really foreign to the Western mind. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So you come decades later, right? Yeshua died, resurrected, ascended, appeared, spent 40 days with them teaching. John goes through horrific torture and punishment, and he should have died, but he didn't. He was miraculously saved and preserved on Patmos so that decades later, his best friend could come and reveal this deep part of him, right? This is the revelation of Yeshua the Messiah. It is not the revelation of the end times. Of course, that's a big part of it, but that's not the primary part of it. The primary part of it is the revelation of Yeshua the Messiah. And John, I can't imagine him not being overwhelmed by the emotional reality, his emotions of seeing his best friend whom he's longed for decades, whom he's missed so much and just wanted to see again, right? And he's coming in glory, and he gets knocked down. He's almost basically dead because of the glory of his best friend. I can't imagine his emotions not being a part of that experience, this incredible, it's amazing to read that, to see that. I mean, John could have called the book The Revelation of My Best Friend, right? I mean, I love to ponder and to meditate and to think about the beauty of that intimacy and desiring to be more intimate with the Lord myself. Of course, it's not going to be the same, right? I'm never going to walk with him in those circumstances. But man, we are blessed to have the Holy Spirit, to have this access to the Lord in a deep, real, intimate way that we can aspire, we can seek, we can model our heart and our longing after Yeshua's best friend.